Welcome back. This is Lucian's Sword, and we are nearing the end of this awesome game. It's been an incredible journey. Where we're at right now is we are going to do some... We're going to go through what's called the Memories of the Ancients. There's a dragon memory, and there's a few giant memories that we're going to go relive some battles and whatnot. They're kind of like miniature zones. I'm going to try and do all of them in this episode. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 memories we're going to go through. And the last one that we're going to go through, we're going to fight the Giant Lord, the King of the Giants. And he's going to drop an important item that we need to go to the last zone in the game, which is the Throne of Want. So, that being said, the first memory that we're going to go to, now that we have the Ashen Mist Heart, is the dragon memory, and this is in Brightstone Cove, Seldora. This is the... we're going to want to go back to the lower Brightstone Cove bonfire. So, let's go ahead and head there. Where are we at? Okay. Actually, I usually go through the chapel threshold because I can't figure out how to get there from here. Basically, you want to go back to the boss room where you fought the Duke's Dear Freya. The giant spider guy. So, let's, I'm gonna take this way. If you know how to get there from the lower bonfire, go ahead. Alright, we made it here to the entrance of the Duke's Dear Freya. If you remember coming down this spider web path. So let's go ahead and walk all the way to the back of the chamber towards this crystal that's sticking up in the back. And now that we have the Ashen Mist Heart, we have the power to examine it, and this will transport us through space and time into the memory of an ancient dragon. Now, the power of the Ashen Mist Heart can't hold us forever in here, so we want to kind of be somewhat quick. I believe there are some items to be had in this area, though. So, that being said, go ahead and sweep around. In this area, you have no fear of enemies. So, don't even worry about enemies attacking you. Just kind of freely roam around. The main point of interest, of course, is the dragon towards the back, which is back there, that wing. But, let's look around. I'm pretty sure there's at least one item to be had over here on the left. Somewhere. Maybe it's over here. Yeah. Alright, I could have sworn I remembered picking up an item in this area, but maybe not. Anyways, once you are done looking around in this place, go ahead and examine the terrifying looking dragon here, and you'll get the ancient dragon soul. And if you examine the dragon again, you'll be transported back to Brightstone Cove, Seldora. And that is it on the first memory. Very easy. Started with the easiest, and then we're going to progressively go to the harder ones. Now, the next memories we're going to go to all take place in the Forest of Fallen Giants. So, why don't we... You know what? I should have the feather on hotkey at all times, because I do use it a lot. Let's return to the bonfire and go ahead and head to the Cardinal Tower waypoint in the Forest of Fallen Giants. Alright, we're here in the Forest of Fallen Giants. And if you guys are wondering, the armor I'm wearing is still the Vengarl set. Well, the Vengarl chest, the Drangleic gauntlets, and the Vengarl boots. I'm wearing the Mask of Judgment solely for the sake of appearing like a badass. The specs on it are actually quite low, but I just think it looks awesome. So, anyways, let's go ahead and head down here. We're gonna go to the memory of Vammar, and there might be a faster way to get to him. I don't really know, but I'm gonna show you the way that I know how to get to him. Let's go ahead and go through the hole in the wall here. Run up here. These guys should all be one hit for you by now, so pretty much just run through everybody. You may have seen this giant when we were going through the Forest of Fallen Giants. Go ahead and walk this way. Let's kill this guy. And then we're gonna swing a right, and you'll see the giant right here. And if you examine him, we'll be teleported again through space and time into the memory of Vammar. Alright, we're in the memory of Vammar now. Let's go ahead and walk forward into the hallway, and remember the Ashen Mist Heart can only keep us in here for so long. If you run out of time, you'll simply get kicked out, and then you can just go right back in. Everything will be reset, except for the items you've picked up. So let's go ahead and talk to the injured captain here, Captian Drummond. If you go through all of his dialogue, you can learn a gesture. As usual, I'm not going to go through it on video. You can do it while you're playing. He does give you a little bit of history, though, which is always interesting, because you don't really get a lot in this game. There's our gesture, and now his soldiers won't attack us. So before we do anything, let's go through the wooden door here and pick up this chest. Some smooth and silky stones. Now there's going to be a giant that busts through the door here, so if you have any ranged attacks, and I didn't think he would hit me. If you're having trouble fighting him with melee, you can just kind of come back to the doorway and fight him that way. He kind of swings high though, so a lot of his attacks do miss. Before we go through that hole, let's swing all the way back here and pick up this item. Another fire seed. Alright. Some giants here that we have to deal with. This guy has longer reach than you think, so be careful when you're fighting him. Ow. That was a nice hit. Alright, once you're done with these guys, you're going to want to run up the ramp here. Pick up the item, and then go ahead and go down the ramp, and right underneath it you'll find a little alcove to go through. And there's a big battle going on here. Just kind of let it play out. You can throw some spells from a distance. But basically the giants are going to kill all the soldiers, more than likely. Which is fine. It's all part of the plan. Alright, that's quite a few. Let's bring it back. Bring it back. See, we're already running out of time. We probably only have a minute. But that's okay, because if we run out of time, all we have to do is come back in. Well, yeah, we're going to have to kill these guys again. But we won't have to talk to Captian Drummond, and we won't have to get the chest. So with all the giants dead, make your way all the way across. Watch out for the giants up top. Just kind of hug the... Oh. Yep, alright. So let's head right back in. Alright, let's try again here. Hopefully we have enough time. When you're fighting the big guy, be careful, because he has a lot of reach. Ooh, man, I almost died there. Alright, let's quickly, if I have any, I'm kind of wasting time here, but let's restore some of my spells here. That way I can kill these guys with ranged attacks. Finish him off. Melee. Go ahead and come down here. Let's go up the ladder and finish this dude off. He's still trying to kill me. He fell down. Alright, well before we get that, let's get the item up on the roof here. Now we can deal with this guy. Where'd he go? Death from above. Love it. Let's grab the chest here. I think we're gonna be running out of time pretty soon. Let's grab the Blossom Kite Shield. This item. I want to go up the ladder over here because I think there's another item up here. Or maybe it's just a good vantage point to fight them. Yeah, that's all it is. There's nothing up here. Alright, so we're ready to finish this. So when you're done, you can examine. Oh, not that one. Let's go down over here. Up the stairs. Okay, one more elite giant. If we can kill him before the time runs out, that would be awesome. Because he's guarding. Got him. Let's run to the back and grab the soul. Got it. And we are out of here. Perfect timing. Alright, we got 2 memories down, 1 to go. Again, we're gonna start at the Cardinal Fire Bonfire. We're gonna go to the memory of Orro, and guys, I hate to say it, but I found a faster way to get to that last memory. If you just go over here, go through the arc here, swing a right, go through this hole, kill him from behind, and then you can see the giant is right there. So that one is a little bit faster. Not too much further out of our way is the memory of Orro, so all we're going to do is go through this orange soldier key door. Basically, we're going to the place where we fought the Pursuer. Maybe you remember seeing this withered giant on your way to No Man's Wharf, or the Lost Bastel, rather. The only difference is now we have Jugo over here. If we talk to him, he'll lend us a hand later.
Well, we meet again?
Definitely go through all of his dialogue. He keeps talking about his sword as usual. Alright. This time though, we can actually examine the giant, and this will send us to the memory of Orro. This is probably the longest one. It'll probably take us at least 2 run-throughs to get all the items. If you go straight for the Soul of the Giant, it's not too bad, but we like to get all the items in these walkthroughs, so we're definitely going to try to hit all of them. Alright, first thing you want to do is come up here and talk to Jugo again. Okay. Once you're done with him, let's go up the stairs on the left, swing a right. Ouch. I was trying to parry like a badass, and that didn't work out. They're actually a lot weaker than they look, but hey, you know, they can kill me in just a few hits, just like a boss. The only difference is they have low health. So let's grab that. I want to use a life gem. Go ahead and use this Pharaoh's Lockstone if you have one. It'll get us to a room with a couple chests. However, you don't need to use that Pharaoh's Lockstone. It does nothing special. Watch out for the trap there. Let's use the secret wall right next to the Pharaoh's Lockstone. Get us some more chests. Got a fire seed. You can see why we're probably gonna have to come through here twice. We're just spending a lot of time getting items. Full steel armor set. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and run upstairs. And we're gonna walk into another battle raging here. You can try to kill some of these with these spells. Watch out for the battle stub over there. He likes to shoot arrows like that. Alright, let's just take this guy out. Alright. Now, if we knock out the wooden support on that, it'll allow that platform to go down. Same thing over here. Alright, it's already knocked down actually. But before we go that way, let's go that way the second playthrough. for now, let's drop down here. Grab the soul. We're gonna have a couple walkthroughs. If you can target that elite giant, you can try to go ahead and take him out. That way we don't have to fight him. From here we kind of got a good spot. We can take these guys out with ranged attacks, relative safety. Once we're done with these, this is actually the soul. We can go ahead and grab it just so we don't have to later. But before we leave, let's try and get all the items. So now that we're done with the elite giant down here, we just have to look around and pillage all this stuff. There's a couple of archers up top. We can go take care of them if we head up this ladder here. Other than that, the zone doesn't have a ton of enemies. We're gonna have plenty of time to get all the items in our next run through. We did pretty good on time here. Let's grab this. Head back down. Grab the item over in this corner. Soul Vessel, Soul of a Great Hero. I think that actually might have been all the soul or all the items. I'm gonna check again. Okay, so I lied. There actually is another item that we can get. It's actually a little tough to get sometimes, so I'm hoping we can do it on our first try. The second platform, or the platform that we dropped up here, is actually excessive, but awesome. Okay, so very carefully we're gonna drop onto that platform down there. You might want to equip your silver cat ring so we don't take any fall damage, and we're also gonna heal so that way we're good to go. So carefully line up your jump, and you're not actually gonna jump, we're just gonna walk off. Oh man, I missed it. God, I walked too fast. Let's go ahead and get back up there. I think I have enough to, if I kill these guys. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and head back up there. I'm sorry, guys. Unfortunately, landing on that thing is the easy part. Alright, once you're on here, you're going to want to turn around and jump into here, which is easier said than done. I've messed it up so many times. Let's see if I can do it first try here. Ah, see? So frustrating. You have almost no running space. Let's see if I can try one more time before we get kicked out of this memory. Alright, we got enough time to maybe do it. Got it. Now there's a giant in here, so be careful. Take him out. Loot the chest. Hopefully we got enough time. There's 2 chests in here. Got the Grand Lance. Do we have enough time for the other chests, please? No! Oh my gosh. Oh man, well there's another chest right there. What I found easiest to make that jump is to hold down the running button without moving and then run and jump. Alright, I just want to show you guys what's in that chest. That was pretty funny though that it cut out right as I was here. It's 3 Bonfire Ascetics, so I'll let you guys determine if it's worth it. Might as well kill some of these other giants while I'm down here, just to get the experience. Especially that. Alright. Well, there's not much else for us to do here, so let's go ahead and head to the final. Are you still trying to shoot that giant that's not even there? There we go. Let's go ahead and examine the giant, head back, and then the last giant we're going to go to requires the King's Ring. It's a memory of Jeigh. I'll show you how to get there. It's also a good place to start is the Cardinal Tower Bonfire. So once again, let's return there. Alright, last memory is also pretty short, and it's also pretty awesome because we get to fight the Giant King. So from here, we're going to go this way, I think. I like landed on him, that was funny. We're going to go here, through this door, and you remember this, here we are where we need the symbol of the king. Well, we have it now. Just go ahead and equip it and watch the door open. This will also give us a bonfire in the area. If you were looking at the Forest Fallen Giants and noticed you missed a bonfire, this is it. So let's grab the bonfire here. Go ahead and equip back our covetous silver serpent ring. Now, the last giant memory is right there. However, I'm gonna go ahead and run over here, grab this item that we've seen so many times, 2 Twinkling Titanite. It's up to you whether you think it's worth it. If you go ahead and use Aged Feather, you'll warp back to that bonfire we just lit, and then we can go ahead and proceed with the memory. Alright, here we go. In this one, we'll get the choice to summon either Captian Drummond or Benhart of Jugo. You can pick whichever one you prefer. They're going to help you fight the boss. I like Benhart. I think he's a good tank, so I'm going to go with him. Really, all we have to do is beat some elite giants. It's pretty much a straightforward path. And there's going to be some giants on ships that are shooting fireballs at us. We just got to dodge those. Dodge a giant head that's crashing at us. And that's about it. This is the summon sign for Captain. And summon sign for Benhart is down here. Let's summon him. Once we're summoned him, we can go ahead and go through the fog gate. If you have ranged spells, that definitely helps. Watch out for the constant barrage of fireballs like that. They give you a pretty long range. on killing these guys. Keep your health always. Alright, let's run across. There is, I believe, an item up here. Let's go ahead and grab it real quick. Bonfire Ascetic. Alright. I think Benhart's already trying to tank. Oh, okay, well the head rolled already. Yeah, Benhart's going straight for the Giant Lord. Let's try and, okay, he's engaged. I'm gonna go ahead and try and kill him with spears here. Benhart's down. He's got quite the reach, as you can see, so be careful with that. Barely missed us there. I like fighting him up here because you can kind of dodge the fireballs. He's got a longer reach than you would expect. Ow. Oh my god, just die. I tried to do an epic leaping kill, but it didn't attack for some reason. So once we have the Giant's Kinship, let's go ahead and grab the last couple items here. Hopefully without dying. Grab the item up here. And that is it. We got a soul of the Giant Lord, and if we come down here, we can get the last soul of a giant that we need. And that'll conclude our memories. Now, after killing the Giant Lord, make sure that you return to the memory of Vammar and speak with Captian Drummond. If you do that, for helping with the battle, he'll give you the Draenlich helm to complete your Draenlich armor set. And he'll also unlock the Holder of the Fort achievement or trophy. And you might also want to consider going back to Draenlich Castle and talking to Chancellor Welliger, because for killing the Giant Lord, he'll be impressed, and he'll also give you a gift, and that gift is the Royal Dirk and an Espada Ropera. Okay, so be sure to go check those guys out, Captain Drummond and the Ghost in Draenlich Castle. And now that we have the Giant's Kinship, our next and final destination should be the Throne of Want in Draenlich Castle. So with that, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the throne next episode.